welcome to the Knit Song Podcast. This is episode number 23. Number 23 is our podiversary. So, welcome. If you are a new viewer, hello. This is my first time doing a live video. So, thanks for coming to hang out. And if you are a returning viewer, hello, welcome back. It's been a month since I last podcast. Actually, no, it's been 10 minutes since I last podcast. Let me explain why I'm doing a live one. I just recorded a whole episode and somehow accidentally deleted it because I was recording with a new app that I had never recorded with before. So instead of putting everything away, I was like, you know what? I'll just go live and we're going to try it this way. So we'll see how it goes. You know, you only have one podiversary, right? Or at least one first podiversary. Who knew? Anyway, so welcome. This is January, I think it's the 13th, and it was a year ago and a week ago that I started podcasting. So it's an exciting time to look back and reflect. And oh, thank you so much, Tristan. Hello. And thank you for the happy podiversary. It feels like it should have a British accent with it. Podiversary. Anyway, yeah. So it's been a month. I've wanted to podcast, and I think this is like the best time and way to do it since I'm all set up and ready to go. So, yeah, it's been a big month since I last did a video. A lot has happened, and so I have completely transitioned career and job in that time. So as you know, if you're a returning viewer, I have been a teacher for about a decade, and for the past couple years have really just been feeling like maybe it was time for a change, and it just was getting more and more, something that I was just, the more I listened to myself, it was getting louder and louder, that voice of, I think it's time to change. I think it's time to change. And it got to a point where I was like, I'm going to start looking. And I found an amazing opportunity with wonderful people. I've been working with wonderful people, and I already miss a lot of the people I worked with, but I feel like I still get to see them, I still get to hang out with them, and now all the wonderful people that I work with now, it's just, I feel like I'm doubly blessed because I get to be with even more neat people. So it's been great. Instead of being a teacher, I am actually in healthcare now, and it's fascinating. It's mentally so stimulating and great as far as just feeling like you're helping people, but at the same time, you get to problem solve. It's just awesome, and I love it. So it's something that a year ago I would have been shocked if you told me I was going to be doing this, but I couldn't be happier, and I'm so excited. So it's been a really cool year, and I'm so happy about it. So December was nuts because I was a music teacher, and I was leaving at the end of the semester. So that meant December was concert, 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 say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Concert, 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 say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And it was so emotional because it was like perform and then say goodbye, I'm going to miss you, goodbye, this is why I'm leaving, I know, it's surprising, and okay, concert, 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 perform some more, and it was just draining. So that's why you probably haven't seen me much on Instagram, you haven't seen another episode of the podcast, but I'm back. Hi, Fontrella, hello, good to see you. It's just been crazy, but it's been great. So I like I said, I couldn't be happier. So it's really been an exciting time. So, oh, hello, thank you. Another change that I should mention, since I just remembered, last time I did a video, my hair was maybe 10 inches longer, but I thought, new season, new year, new job, it's time for a new style. So I chopped my hair off, and I was going to curl it for podcasting today, but that just didn't happen. So, yeah, so it's kind of just been a fun new season. So anyway, yeah, that's all my news and my new job and hair, and just, it's been fun. So other than that, I'm still me. I'm still dyeing yarn. Oh, thank you so much. it's, yeah, still me. Everything's the same except for different job, and it's great. I love it so much. I could go on and on, but I think you might be here to see some yarn, so I'm going to pull out some of what I've been working on. I'm going to show some works in progress, and I'm really excited about them. And like I said, they're all jumbled now because I just did a complete podcast and then lost it. So let me pull this one back out to the top of the pile. But I have a half-finished object and then a work in progress that goes with it. I finished the first of my mom's Hermione's Everyday socks. And this is in the my vintage Christmas colorway that I dyed. And I love it. I was watching White Christmas and feeling inspired. And I apologize, the lighting is horrible. When I started my other podcast an hour or so ago, the sun had not gone down, and now we're in the bad lighting zone, people. But that is okay. So anyway, this is Hermione's Everyday Sock by, I don't know who it's by, but it's on Ravelry. It's a great pattern. I highly recommend it. So this is the first one. I'm trying to find, there we go, the Christmas tree, which, yes, it's still up. When you have an artificial one, why take it down? This is one time I haven't had second sock syndrome. So that's been nice because I cast the next one on right after. I just didn't allow for that lag time. I was like, if I don't cast it on right now, this gift might be even later. So here is sock number 2. And I'm doing this on ChiaoGoo's. They're my favorite needles. These are 2.25. And yay! The fact that my tree is up is helping Tristan with her tree be up still. I love it. Let's empower each other. Because it's not going to die. It's fake. I can just enjoy Christmas longer. Why not? So, yes. And this is my beautiful Progress Keeper from Simply Serving HK, and Lindsay is fabulous, and I just love this thing. So that is whip number 1. Number 2. So excited about this. So excited. I started a flax light sweater, and it's just one of my favorite patterns ever. It's really well written. It's just so fun. I had seen so many of the podcasters that I watch knit these. I think I've seen, maybe 4 or 5 of them. They're really, really great. And I just wanted to do one, and so I did. So the last time I showed this, I think I was just up to the first color change, and now I've got more. And I have divided for the sleeves, which feels great because now my rows are like 100 stitches shorter or so, and that's awesome because it just gets so much faster. And then I love this garter-ish panel on the shoulder in the flax light pattern. It's by Tin Can Knits. I might have said that already, but I love it. It's so much fun. And I was a good girl. I made myself take the time to put all the stitches on waste yarn since I had the sleeves just divided for waste yarn, and I actually tried it on, which I've been known to knit a full sweater and try it on once it was like almost down to the waist and realize it was like 8 sizes too big. If you remember last year, it was my oatmeal colored wool one. It was 100% wool. Anyway, so this time I was like, okay, take the time, put it on waste yarn and try it on. So I did, and it fit, and that was a really good choice. So I'm very happy about that. But I can stand up and show you a little bit more of it. So I kind of blended the colors, and then here is another Simply Serving Progress Keeper that I love. It's a little, we're in bad lighting territory here. It's a little pumpkin cookie. I love it. So, this is it so far. And it's just so much fun. So the yarn, these are both yarns that I dyed. Top one is this lighter blue is Glacier, and the darker blue, bluey, greeny purple is Siren Song. And I really am enjoying them. So I cannot wait to wear this. Hopefully it flies. I feel like once you divide the sleeves away, it does go so much faster because that's a lot of stitches. So I am ready to wear this. However, I must add, as somebody who lives in Utah, we seem to have gotten skipped for winter, which is kind of fine with me. I don't love driving in the snow. I've gotten a lot better at it, but yeah. But it's just weird. It feels... I went to the grocery store today. I didn't even have to wear a jacket, and I was like, it felt like April. It was really weird. So hopefully, maybe we'll get like, you know, some winter just later, but I don't know if it's going to happen. No one knows. But it's just definitely something that I hope happens because I'm going to have this new sweater and I'm going to want it to be cold enough so that I can wear it and not be super hot. So anyway, yay for flax light sweaters. I wish I could think of the ones that I've seen. I don't know if it was Chelsea of Legacy Knits that I first saw it. I know Tristan of Girls in the Yarn Cafe has one in gorgeous, like purple, I think. It was like a purple speckly one. I think she did it for Rhinebeck. And Christy, I think she did a different sweater. I don't think she did a flax, but anyway, those were gorgeous. I'm trying to think of the first one that I saw. But anyway, since I saw this pattern, I was like, I have to have one. And so I will soon. Next work in progress. This has no name. It is just something that I'm doing. And so far it fits. So I'm just going to keep going. It's a hat. So this is just a worsted weight hat. This is in my Crushed Blueberries colorway. And it's been fun to knit on worsted a little because I've been living in the fingering sock weight world for a while now. And it's really fun to just be with something a little thicker. I just did a ribbed cuff area, a little fun, you know, mini cable section, and then stockinette, and so far, so good. Oops, that's a weird part of the hat with the string coming down, and I think it's going to be something I love. So, yeah, I could make it into I was playing with this earlier, I could make it into like a really cool like 80s workout headband if I roll it down, because has anybody seen those where they would like have like it's like the Olivia Newton-John videos, the music videos. She had like the cool like braided one. Anyway, maybe I'm making a fool of myself, but wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, this is a hat and I like it. So, whip number 3. Let me think as I try to fix my hair. I think, no, that's not. Oh, yes. No, that's not my last whip. There's more. There's more, there's more, there's more. This is some beautiful yarn that I got from, hold on, knitting emergency. I have a tangle. Okay. This is beautiful yarn I got from Yarn Cafe Creations from Christy. And I saw this, she was knitting with this in person when we went to the, what's the name of it? A fiber festival. It was awesome. It was north of Salt Lake, and the name of this festival is completely eluding me. It was great. I got to go, Deborah just mentioned it, I think, of Meanwhile at the Castle, and I got to go with Deborah and Christy and Tristan, and we had so much fun shopping for yarn and playing with Angoras, and I talked about it in one of my episodes. But anyway, we went to lunch to take a yarn break in the middle of all of our yarn It was just a very yarny day. It was awesome. Oh, yay! Another tree is up. Yay! I don't feel alone. Girls in the Yarn Cafe still have theirs. Woohoo! But yeah, it was so... Oh, thank you! It's Deborah saying it was the Great Basin Fiber Festival. That's right. Thank you so much. And I hope they do that yearly. I don't know if they do or not. But if they do, I still want to go back. It was great. Anyway, but we were all knitting at lunch, and just, it was so much fun just getting to know everybody. And I noticed that Christy was doing a free or fade, and this was, oh good, they do have it yearly. Yes. I'm so excited about that. She was knitting on the section of her Free or Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry, and she was using Ocean Mist, which is one of her colorways, and it's in a single ply. And I kind of made a mental bookmark that next time I see that in her shop, I'm going to snag one of those. I'm going to buy one. And I saw one recently, and I was like, oh, it's mine. So this is gorgeous, and I'm loving knitting with single ply. This is my first time doing that, and it's just dreamy and soft and heavenly, and I'm loving it. I am going to have my husband pick a movie that he wants to watch tonight, because for our Saturday movie night, we tend to watch movies on Saturday night a lot of times if we're home. And we kind of like talk about like, okay, well, what do you want to watch? Well, what do you want to watch? Well, tonight he can watch whatever he wants, because I'm going to be looking at this. And I can still snuggle and be close, but I'll mostly be watching this. I love how it's knitting up. Look how the colors are mingling and presenting themselves and getting along with each other. It's just great. I'm going to do a crescent shawl, and I'm just doing a crescent shape with garter. And oh, I love it. It's just gorgeous. So like I said, bad lighting in my house right now. But it's like an ivory-ish, seafoamy, like almost base. And oh, yay! Yes, Christy, I love it. Love it. But it's just great. It's got all these different colors and pops, and it's got this kind of like misty, oceany, seafoamy background, and I love it. So this is going to grow quick, I think. You can tell because I don't want to put it down. I think I'm addicted to one ply now. Oh, all I need is another yarn addiction in my life. Oh boy. But anyway, I'm knitting this on 3.5 Chow Goose, which is my favorite needle type, Chow Goose. But it's also, I think, my favorite size ever. 3.5 is ergonomically, for me, I don't know, ergonomically. Anyway, for me, that is the size that I feel like irritates my hands the least. With 2.25s, I'll get sore, and I really have to do my stretches in between, like the one I showed before. It's helped me so much, but it's basically doing this, but upside down. Well, I'm not upside down, but you know, just going like this, and it stretches out your wrist and your smaller muscles in your hand. And with the 2.25s, I have to really do that pretty frequently. But with the 3.5s, even 2.75, but definitely with 3.5, I can hold those so loosely without any tension in my hands, and I can just go and go and go. Oh, nice. Cool. Okay, so meanwhile at the castle, I think it's Deborah, and it might be Emily who's writing, because it's both of them in the podcast. But she was saying that 3.25s have the same effect for her. I don't know that I've tried those. I might have to do that. I might have some of those downstairs, but that's really interesting because it's Deborah. Hello! I'm going to try that too, because I feel like I can knit faster because I can knit longer with the 3.5, and that makes a world of a difference if you're not having to stretch and take a break, because I can just really get far with projects before I have any tension or issues with this. And then I notice once I get to 4mm needles, it's a little bit less comfortable, but just barely. 4mm are almost the same effect for me, but once I get back up to 5s, I do have to stretch frequently, and I don't know if that's just the way that I respond to the size difference as far as, oh, I feel clumsier with bigger or smaller, so I have to grip tighter. But anyway, 3.5 is just my magic size right now. So I don't know. If you're having tension problems, play around with different needle sizes, because I found that to be super, I don't know, just interesting how the smallest, like a 1/4 of a millimeter, makes a difference. And who knew? So that is my last work in progress to show. I have some fun goodies to show now. So I'm going to show some of the Christmas gifts that I received. And before I do any of those, let me give my Christmas disclaimer. Because my Kristen, oh, this is interesting. Tristan says, from Girls at the Yarn Cafe, I always have to alternate project sizes because it keeps her from getting sore. So maybe that's a good idea. So after finishing a fingering weight, maybe like a DK project, and then after a DK project, switching it up. I like that idea. That's a good thought. Because I do notice when I go back and forth from worsted down, it's like really, really, really interesting how it feels easier. So yeah. Anyway, very cool. Boy, I'm so excited about this year and all the things I want to cast on. I'm already like rearranging them now in that order, because I'm like, I wonder if I could up my knitting productivity by proactively planning out to alternate needle sizes and to just keep changing it up. Anyway, we shall see what happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna show some Christmas gifts I got. But like I said, Christmas disclaimer. Because our Christmas was concert. Goodbye. Concert. Goodbye. And then 2 days before Christmas, school ended. It was like, I didn't meet any deadlines. I had all my gifts that I was planning to buy or making didn't happen on time. We received all these gifts from our family and friends, and I just felt awful because this year was just so weird. It just didn't even feel like it was possibly Christmas yet with all the change that we went through in December. So I am still working on Christmas gifts, and I have some that are ready to send to family, and it's crazy, but as you can see, I don't care. It's still Christmas. I mean, I care that I was late, but it's like, you know what? Who says Christmas has to be over? My tree's fake. We can make it last. So, all that to say, I received some beautiful gifts, which I enjoyed so much. This one cracked me up. My family knows that I love all kinds of whatever is cute and silly and fun. I'll get a giggle out of it. And so I love to crochet, so they got me the Star Wars crochet book and set. And you get the pattern book for these little guys. Oh, they're so cute. And I'm not like a diehard Star Wars fan. I sure enjoy it though. Like, I'm more of a fan than I think I'll admit to myself. Anyway, I am enjoying this. I started this little guy. I think he's, it's so cute. I think he's a Jawa or something, but I think they're really cool. I always was so creeped out when I was a kid and I would watch A New Hope, and R2-D2 was in that little canyon by himself, and these little things were like all milling around. For some reason, I would be really creeped out and ask my mom to fast forward that part. But now, I'm not afraid of them because I'm crocheting one, so yeah, anyway, this was super fun. So I had to show that. And I feel so bad because I don't have sock blockers, so I can't display these to their proper glory. But their maker is watching, I think, because Tristan from Dragon Horde Yarn made me these beautiful socks that, like I said, I need blockers so you can see the gorgeousness all laid out flat. But these are beautiful, and I wear them a lot and love them. This is her Mermaids on Ice colorway, and I adore it so much. So yeah, these were great. So thank you, Tristan. I love them. They're just gorgeous. It's such a great colorway. And like I said, I'm in the land of bad lighting, so check out her shop and see if she has any of these in there, and you can see a better rendering. It's like a seafoamy cool, like minty green with all kinds of party colors in it. So thank you. I love them. I think those are the Christmas yarny gifts that I wanted to show. I did make some, yes, it is a beautiful colorway. Mermaids on Ice is the name, I think. And I did want to show, I made some progress on my granny stripe blanket. And real quick, I'll tell you why this blanket is so meaningful to me now. We were talking about this at work the other day at lunch a little, but this section was before I learned to dye yarn. This section, from the peach through to this mauve color-ish, mauve-ish, peachy color, this section right here was some of my favorite things that I dyed in the first 6 months of when I was dyeing yarn. And then, so the year is like, it's like a scrapbook for the year, you know? Learning to dye yarn, through dyeing yarn and podcasting, making such neat friends, and I got invited to be part of this awesome knit night and these wonderful ladies, and it's just been so fun. And so we exchange minis when we go, and so this section are the minis that I've received when we exchange. And so this green one, I'm not sure whose I grabbed that night. This yellow one, Deborah, I think this is your Lemony Snickets colorway that you did, and I think Deborah's daughter did this top one, which if you can see it, like I said, the land of bad lighting tonight, is white with it's like ivory with grays and blues and a little bit of red because it's inspired by R2-D2. So much fun. Yeah, I love it. So it's just it's a blanket full of memories now, and it's been an amazing, amazing year. I've met wonderful people, and it's just been a really cool year to have a project like this that just reminds me of all the different things that have happened. So super grateful, and I'll probably I think this blanket might take another year to finish because I don't pick it up as often as I'd like, but we'll see. We'll chart its growth and see how it does. Yeah, so I'm going to get a sip real quick of my sparkling water here. I don't know how to say these. I took French in high school. Still don't know. I think it's LaCroix. LaCroix? I don't know. But it's delicious. Okay, so the last, well, not quite, almost the last segment here is yarn I've dyed. I've been watching a lot of my favorite podcasts, and yarn dyers all do these amazing things for Valentine's Day. I've seen Meg of Bad Wolf Girl Knits. I probably just butchered that. Meg, who's amazing, of Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. I think that's it. Did this gorgeous, like, Harry Potter themed Valentine's collection. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then Christy and Tristan of Girls in the Yarn Cafe are doing my favorite murder collaborations. Gorgeous. And then Emily of Meanwhile at the Castle podcast just, I think today or maybe yesterday, just opened a yarn shop, and beautiful, beautiful. I love her aesthetic. It's just great, and she's just starting to do that, but has amazing colors. I think it was Literary Lovers is her Valentine's inspiration. Oh my gosh. So, you know, I just saw that today, I think was the day that I saw that all, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, that's great. But I'm so excited that, I don't know. For me, it's so cool to be part of, just to get inspiration from other people, but then also, like, as the seasons change, it's like you get all these new ideas. And so one person is like, I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to do it that way. To me, Valentine's makes me think of this year, and it's just so fun because you never run out of ideas, because the year, the time of the season, the holidays, different movies, different books, different, for me, it's food. Is what I've kind of realized. It's not what I'm going to stay exclusive to, but I've noticed I get very inspired by food. So anyway, a couple weeks ago, I was seeing all these Valentine's collections, and I thought, what would be my take on Valentine's for yarn this year. And like I said, December was nuts, and so I just didn't do much yarn dyeing. And so a couple weeks ago, or last week, I thought, oh, you know what I'd like to do for Valentine's Day yarn? Candy. Because as a little girl, I loved Valentine's Day and opening up the little pouch with all the Valentines from all the students. After we would go around to each other's chairs and we'd tape our little pouch to the back of our chair, and then everybody would bring around their things. And I still remember opening those and like seeing all the different colors and just being so excited. So I thought I'd just play with Valentine's candy colorways, was kind of just my thought. So I will show you my favorite. This is Conversation Hearts, and I love it. Those are obviously Valentine's candies, and they come out every year with little sayings and things, but I always loved playing with those. I remember at our Valentine's parties at school, we'd get like a packet of those in our pouches, and we'd try and like make funny sentences and like slide them around on the desk and like rearrange them and like throw one that said, I think I love you or whatever, to the boy that you had a crush on, and see if he got it, and maybe he'll know that it was me. Like, yeah, my best friend and I, we used to do really silly things. So this was a happy memory to go back to and be inspired by. But this is Conversation Hearts. So kind of lavenders, pinks, purples, and some greens, and that's going to be a fun one. Okay, now the next one's crazy. It's pure crazy, because I also remember, they're not Valentine's candies, but for some reason people would give Smarties a lot, and you see, if you're not familiar with them, they're like little tablet candies that have, they're like pastel, but then there's like a clear wrapper, and the wrapper has red writing. So I was thinking pastel with some crazy red polka dotty splatter stuff for the writing. So here is my Smartie yarn. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! So I want to reskein this and see what it looks like, because like I said, it's just crazy and fun. So it's got blues, purples, reds, and different pastels, lots of pinks and peaches and some light blues. And so I can't wait to see what this is reskeined like, because I think the colors are going to present themselves in interesting ways, I think, because I placed the color differently than I normally do. So I'm curious to see what comes of the Smarties yarn. I said that like Barbara, what's her face? Martha Stewart. Smarties. She always like super enunciates her T's, or she used to. I remember watching her when I was young, because I was all about homemaking before I had a home. I was like a teenager in love with the idea of decorating and stuff. So anyway, these are the Smarties colors. And then I played around on New Year's Eve. You know, at New Year's parties when you have those little things that you blow into, and then they make noise, and there's like streamers at the end. The ones I remember had these colors in streamers at the end, and so this is my New Year's confetti colorway, and this is on worsted, and so I think I'm going to put some of these in the shop as well with the Valentine's guys. So it's just been fun to just kind of tiptoe back in. I didn't do a lot of dyeing in December at all, and I think it's going to be fun now that I have a much more predictable work schedule in my new job. It's easy to get back on a schedule, and I'm so excited about that. So there are good things to come, and those I will tell you more about when they show up. But I think that's all I have in the way of yarn. Oh, I did get some more yarn. I got some more of the How Far I'll Go colorway from Dragon Horde Yarn. I showed this about 4 episodes ago. Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry. I totally missed that comment because I was looking down. But I think you can look them up after. I've never done a live video. I'm not sure. So I'm so sorry if I missed that. But this is Dragon Horde Yarn's How Far I'll Go colorway, inspired by Moana. And I already have a skein of this. and I just wanted more because who wouldn't? It's gorgeous. So this is going to become a shawl, and I can't wait to get that cast on. I have so many plans. I just need to get knitting. So yeah. I'm trying to think. Like I said, I recorded a full episode before this. Oh, thank you so much. Yay. Hi, Carol. I think this is the comment that I missed, so thank you for sending that again. Yeah. Like I said, I recorded a whole episode and then lost it on a new app. And so I can't remember if I'm repeating myself, but I think the only thing I have left is sewing, which I have to be very careful here because last night I was getting out of the car and I completely tweaked my hip and I couldn't put like any weight on my right leg, and I was hobbling around like I'm 50 years older than I am right now. And so I have to be very careful standing up. So if I look like I'm moving slowly, that's why. I'm fine, but oh my goodness, that was crazy. It's much better today. But I have a dress on the mannequin here that I am working on. This is the bodice, and I will put in the description box the pattern name. I believe it's McCall's, but it's a simple just tunic dress, and it's going to have short sleeves and a gathered skirt, and it's just super drapey. And I am so excited. Thank you. So I'm going to hopefully have a new dress to wear to work soon. And hopefully I can wear that on the podcast maybe next time, because I think I'm going to spend some time sewing tomorrow. I have to sew in the afternoon because our sewing machine's like in the basement area and it's so cold. So I think I'm going to try and grab some of those warmer hours tomorrow to do that. But I'm trying to think. I think that's all I have to show. Hopefully I can save this video and put it on, because I know normally live videos you can save, but like I said, tonight has been a night of firsts, and the first one didn't go as according to plan. So yes, now that I have all this free time with my new job and predictable scheduling, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get all this stuff done. So yeah, I'm excited, very, very excited. Yeah, I think that's kind of all that I have to show. I will update Instagram. I'll put my links for all my Instagram, my Etsy shop below in the description box, but I'm just Knit Song Yarns on Etsy with no spaces or anything. And then I knit a little song on Instagram, and I will put that in the box below, and I'll just update my Instagram when I get these things in the shop, hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys are having a great start to a brand new year. 2018 sounds so futuristic, but yet it's here, and I'm excited, and I hope you're excited about all the kind of crafting that you're gonna get up to. In the comments below, I would love to hear people's New Year's cast-ons of what they're working on or what they want to knit more of this year, because it's always a fun time to just reevaluate and reorganize. So yeah, I hope you're all doing well, and I think I will see you sooner than later, and I hope you have a really good night and a great week. So I'll see ya. Bye.